Talking about the churches that were asked to stay at home, there are those who say you don't need to attack churches, but nobody's attacking churches. What's the strategic importance for the churches, Barrister Fru and Barrister Mbeseha? Why do we think that it is very strategically important for these churches to actually stay closed this particular Sunday? I begin with you, Barrister Fru.
Yes, Paddy, you remember that I just spoke about one of the reasons for the total boycott is the protection of our people. You remember what happened in Bali when La République du Cameroon shot into the church, Presbyterian church to be precise, killed a CWF woman and wounded the pastor. We are saying everybody, including the churchgoers, step back, stay at home, and pray at home, because you don't want to be caught in the crossfire. La Republic will be doing everything, particularly their soldiers, to provoke a situation because of this serious lockdown. And what would that do to you when you come out of church in your large numbers and you are moving around? A bullet doesn't see. A bullet just gets you. Doesn't see, it has no eyes. That's why we are saying, stay at home. Stay at home today. Next Sunday is another Sunday you can pray. But for today's Sunday, La Republique, in its diabolic manner, decided to organize election on the Sabbath. You don't want to pray. Stay at home and be safe. But I have just listened to this question of federalism. And I want to think that we are giving it too much importance, but even discussing it at length. I watched a television program yesterday night when Eric Chinje declared, I am not an Ambazonian, I am a Cameroonian. On television. Okay. These enablers of the Southern Cameroon are unapologetic. They are open. They are supporting Churuma. They are doing everything for Churuma to win because Churuma says he wants to give them federation. They can have their federation in La République du Cameroon. It's not our quarrel. But don't bring your federation to the Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia, because we are not going to be part of La République du Cameroon in any federation, any form of federation, no matter what. We have long passed that since 1961 to 1972. What happened to it? So I don't see on this particular day that we should be talking about the elections in La République du Cameroon and its effect on our people. We are talking about federation. Giving Mozo and his friends a hearing. It's a non-event. Eric Chinje has told you he's not an Ambazonian. And I'm sure Mozo will tell you the same thing. So what are we? Why should we be talking about them? They are La République du Cameroon citizens. Why should we spend the time instead of analyzing and looking at what will happen to our people if the effect of this election spills over? That is what we should be talking. And how is this election going to affect our sovereignty? our march to sovereignty. I happen to believe that no matter what happens, if La Republic of Cameroon does not come to the table, it's not an issue for us. We will be free and we will be recognized by several countries around the world. So let's not get carried away and bring the political issue of federation on a day like this.
That's amazing. You notice that was not the main thing of that conversation. The main thing was the fact that the supposed joining had to do with, it was not by, you see, Muna said something. We were not conquered. We came out of a free will, which was
Can I finish my Can I finish my train of thought? Can I finish my train
get
of
you.
thought?
Right.
So I heard somebody mention the Muna. Muna is a traitor, open and capricious. He may be, people may adore him that he's a learned this and that. It's my colleague. He's a learned this and that and that and that. Transparency International and so on. He has traveled a lot. But Muna does not know any politics.
About Keremuna.
Yes, he
Oh
doesn't know
God.
any politics. And we should not even consider him an Ambazonian because he's not.
That's true. Yeah, Barrister Mbeseha, I want us to talk about this church, the need why the church has to be locked down today. I have to understand that we are not just trying to, or the people or the government is not just trying to restrict worship. What is the strategic importance for the church to stay locked down today in honor of national interest?
Let me say this. Before I get to the church, let me just go back. You talked about the electoral fraud. You see, the whole system in Cameroon there is orchestrated, designed to be a fraud. For example, Cameroon is one of the few countries in the world that does not deal with a single ballot system. What is a single ballot system? It's a system where there's only one ballot paper. All the 12 candidates, 10 candidates, or whatever number are written there. You take that piece of paper, you tick the one that you have chosen, and then you put it into the box. That piece of paper, you flap it through a computer, it will read that thing within seconds. But Cameroon does not do that. They have 12 candidates. They will print 12 different pieces of paper with different colors. Not by mistake, but by design. Because as of now, they tell you, okay, go in there, vote for CPDM, come out with the rest of the 11 other pieces of papers. Once you see that you come out with the papers that you have not put in the ballot box, we'll pay you 10,000. We'll pay you an amount of money. That's fraudulent. It is so clear and it is difficult to avoid. It is difficult to control. That's the first step. Then your question goes to the church. You see, the church, not going to church is a security advisory. It's something that you should just take it lightly. Because unless I'm wrong, but I'm sure that I'm not wrong, a church is not a building. A church is a community of people who come together to pray. They can play in an open field. They can play anywhere. That constitutes a church. But most importantly, God is not found in the church. There's no God sitting in the cathedral somewhere or in a monastery somewhere for you to go and talk to him there. No. God is within you. And so going to church is not where you're going to meet God sitting there to receive you. You can stay home or you should stay home and pray wherever you are. It is in your best interest to be safe. Why? Because we know there are uncontroverted things that we cannot deny here. In this struggle, we have on the ground what we call Atanganji boys. who do havoc anywhere to lay the blame on our security forces. The examples are there. Remember what happened with Mother Teresa School in Kumba? What happened? Who killed those children? It turned out it was well orchestrated by the government. Garbo is there. They recruited people, gave them arms. They went there, did all what they did, and they wanted to put it on Amazonians. So that is the truth. That's the background. They are prepared to do anything to lay, if you face, if the election fails, they blame it on Amazonians. They say, well, you disturbed the election, you killed somebody. And who knows who dies? It could be a bullet, it could be a hammer. Somebody will die. It could be you, it could be me. It could be a child, it could be a wife, it could be a daughter. And so it's a security advisory for your own sake. Going to church is not where you find God, I've just said. God is everywhere. But if you miss a church session only one day, this Sunday passing, you're not going to go to hell just because you didn't go to church. God does not say that if it's Sunday you want to go to church and there's danger, you must go across it to go and pray to Him. God will meet you in your house. And so that's the most important thing. It is for your own safety, because Amazonian soldiers, the fighters, the ASAs, who don't have the security to guard everybody to church. Just like we talked about school, don't have the police and the gendarmes to put behind every child going to school. The security is yours. Falls in the church. The priest, the pastor, the bishop will not be spared. He or she will die. To forget it. When this thing started, the first victims of the war in Moyoka was a priest. In Mamfe was a priest, a Kenyan priest. They killed those people. So bullets don't recognize, don't identify people to say you are the priest, you are the pastor, you are the faun, you are the king. The fawns have also died in this struggle. So for your own safety, stay home. Stay home. And so that is what it is. It is better for you to be safe, than to take the risk, because the ground is so dangerous. Again, I emphasize, we have Atanganji boys left and right, whose boys are very, very wicked by them because they want to shift the blame on someone else. So it's a security advisory. To be safe, stay back home. But if you venture to go out, a stray bullet or a spear enters your stomach or your chest, don't blame it on us. We have done our duty. We are advised to. We have informed you of the danger. We are not responsible for that. Don't come and say, ASA killed me. They did this to me. No. Be careful with yourself. If you're not careful with yourself, unless you help yourself, God will not help you. You cannot see fire run to you and think that God will come from heaven and help you. You cannot see fire and enjoy it and think that the bishop or the archbishop will help you, or the pastor, whoever it is. Your own security first, security of your children, your family first. Be safe and know that God will, in fact, God listens to prayer when it is silently done in your private room. Go into your room, lock the door, and pray. It's written in the Bible. Over to you.